So the last few videos I did have not proved very popular, and I can understand why. I was just kind of venting frustrations a bit. So today we'll do another book review, and by the way, I finished The Wheel of Time months ago. I decided not to do reviews for the last few books, but they were very good. But anyways, as you can see, we're going to do a review for The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Now, I started the Hunger Games series a while ago, finished it, read all the books, watched all the movies, so I put off buying this prequel for a while, but over a week ago I went to my local bookstore and I bought it, and I read it pretty quickly. It was longer than the other books, to my surprise, and it was very interesting. I had, although I probably saw it in the ads, I had forgotten that it was all from Snow's perspective. It was an interesting choice, to be sure. And he did not necessarily behave or have some of the underlying motivations that you might expect. She tried to really, that is, Collins, she tried to flesh him out a bit. It was neat. And watching how the Hunger Games were, really not much to see early on, and how he basically made them into the institution that they endured for the next more than 60 years until our hero Katniss defeated it. Yeah, that's on him. And how the 10th Hunger Games that he and his chums from the Academy participate in is really the first semi-modern Hunger Games compared to the first 9 and the next, 60-some. And so they made Lucy Gray the unnamed other victor that Katniss mentions in the first book, who passed away a long time ago. Presumably, she was not seen again, and they assumed that she died. But I was glad that she survived the end of the book. When Coriolanus was moving to kill her, I was really hoping that he would fail, and thankfully it seems that he did. I will go with that he did fail, so she made it. She deserved to. And funny to see how different Katniss and Lucy Gray were, but they had the same thing, that they were ultimately going against the power of the Capitol in their own way. And that was neat to read, and see how Dr. Gall was one of the real evil masterminds. And I wonder what Snow did with her after he rose to power. Probably just saw her as a tool, had her kept researching too much or whatever, if I had to guess. And I knew, as the story developed, that he was falling for Lucy Gray, and I wanted to see how far he would take it. It was interesting to see that he was seriously considering going off with her, but then he was like, which makes sense because he has a more stable opportunity by the end, and it makes sense that they would go for that, but still, yeah, it sucks for her. And all of the different folk songs that they did were fun, and the different origins that they had that I read about in the back. And some of the funny references, like having the reaping day be the 4th of July. That was great. But I would also say that you also, in this book, as in the others, you don't get a lot of information about the broader world beyond Panem, which is fine because the story is about the people in Panem, but I'm still a little bit curious what the heck is going on beyond Panem's borders. You don't really get much information about that there. You only get the vague sense that the area to the north, i.e. Canada or whatever, is disorganized territory that is, if inhabited, only inhabited by people have reverted back to a more simple state of society. And that's all you really get out of it. And yeah, so I really enjoyed this book. I'm probably going to give it to my mother to read because she wanted to look at it, and then I'll ask for it back. Just keep it on my shelf. But very good, very well done. I give Suzanne Collins high marks for this book.